In this lesson, we're actually going to solve and graph the solutions of a compound inequality. There's many of the same steps that we did when we're solving just regular inequalities. So we solve each one because sometimes you can see, like in example B, we actually have two different inequalities here we have to solve. Place points for the boundaries. We call these boundaries because that would be like above here. We've got endpoints. Those are our boundaries. Test points to determine which way you're going to shade. So this is sometimes helpful to substitute in a number to see where you should be shading. So let's do our first example, and this is an and compound inequality. And the reason I know is because it was a lot like this example up here where the endpoints, okay, are on the outside and you have something on the inside. So between is always considered an and inequality. And these are unique because these actually have three sides instead of two sides like regular inequalities. We've got a left side, an inside, and a right side. What that means is we're actually going to draw a line down both inequalities, find your variable. So since it's x plus 2, we're going to subtract 1, but all three sides. So negative 8 minus 1 and 4 minus 1. This will create negative 9 is less than x, which is less than or equal to 3. Now to graph that, my boundaries, oh my gosh, I just realized it's the same as this one up here. So almost the same. We've got some shading to do. So at negative 9, I've got my open circle. At 3, I have a closed circle because we have the equal sign right there. And then since this is an and, we're going to shade in between those 2 points. I know it's an and because my x is between the 2 endpoints. Moving on to example B, you actually want to treat these like they are two separate problems. So I have this problem here and this problem here. So these are two completely separate problems, but basically we're just going to graph them on the same number line. Let's start solving the one on the left. The x divided by 8 is less than 2. As always, we're going to draw our line down that inequality. This time we're going to multiply. I'm just going to write right over there. 8 multiplied to that side and multiply it to that side. And I'm just going to write myself a note that this is an or problem so I don't forget that was under that 8. I'm going to cancel the 8. I get x is less than 2 times 8 is 16. So that's solving the first one. Next, I want to solve this one. Draw my line down the inequality, subtract 7 from both sides, and I get x is greater than or equal to 8. Technically, I should put an or back between those two, and that's my final answer. When I graph this one, something interesting happens. At 8, I have a closed circle, and I'm going to shade all the x's above 8. So that goes that way. And then for 16, or for the 16 endpoint, x is less than 16, put my open circle at 16, and then shade less than 16. And this is an interesting one. Since it's an or, I want everything, and so everything's shaded. The answer to this particular compound actually ends up being all real numbers. Now, one thing I did neglect to do was to test my points. So let's go back to example A, and we're going to try out a number between -9 and 3. And I like 0. 0 is really easy. Is 0 actually in between -9 and 3? And yes, it is. That's true. So if I picked something on the outside, that wouldn't help me very much. So that's what I mean by just testing a point. Here, let's test, I don't know, like 0. Okay, so let's test 0 again. Is 0 either less than 16, or is it maybe greater than 8? Well, it's not greater than 8, but since it is less than 16, 0 makes this true. And that's why it's all real numbers. All of the points are actually working here. On the back side of the notes, example C, I'm going to do the same thing. So this is a condensed version. So this one has 2 inequality symbols. So I need to actually draw my lines down both inequality symbol. I can see I've got my x here. It's being multiplied by 2 and added by the 3. So we'll subtract the 3 from all the sides. So the left side, the right side, and the inside. Next, we'll cancel this 3 here because 3 minus 3 is 0. 11 minus 3 is 8. Bring down that less than or equal to. I've got 2x left on the inside, and 17 minus 3 is 14. Final step is to divide that 2 out from the middle, and that's going to give me 4 is less than or equal to, the 2's cancel, x, and 14 divided by 2 is 7. Let's put on our endpoints. So at 4, we've got a closed circle. At 7, it's open, and we can see we want all the numbers in between 4 and 7 would make that inequality true. For the last problem, we've got another one of these OR statements. So there's 2 parts to it. So you want to treat this like 2 separate inequalities. So we'll do this one first. You can even put a squiggle down that. I'm just going to put an OR over here to remind myself. For this one, our x is right here. So it looks like I'm going to need to add the 3 to both sides. Okay, so just working with that inequality on the left. And then that's going to cancel these here. I'm left with 2x is greater than 6. Divide the 2 from both sides. And I'm left with x is greater than 3. Now don't forget that your rules about multiplying or dividing by a negative still will come into play here. So watch out for those. I just didn't give you any examples like that because I didn't want to mess you up. Right, and this final one, this inequality on the right side here, we're going to subtract the 4 from both sides, and we're left with x is less than or equal to negative 3. So I'm just going to bring that down with the word or. X is less than or equal to negative 3. And this is my final inequality. And I don't think there's any tricks with this one. So let's take a look. We've got 3 is one of our endpoints, and that one's an open circle. Negative 3 is my other endpoint. All right, and let's think about this. Let's try like 0. Is 0 either greater than 3? Nope, 0 is not greater than 3. Is 0 less than negative 3? No, it's not. So that means since 0's between those endpoints, I don't want to shade anything in between. Or an easier way just to remember that or means shade on the outside like that, but you do want to check because remember we had that previous problem where this didn't work. All right, looks like I'm running out of time for this word problem, so I'm going to save that for another day.